Chapter 2 Sri Sadguru said, Bhagavan is not getting pleased with one's knowledge of the Shastras or poetical skills or scholastic excellence. Sri Krishna, who knows the hearts of the Bhaktas, gets pleased with bhakti alone. Those Pandits who are ignorant of the divine will strive in vain to attain the Lord, who is beyond the reach of thoughts and words, using empty arguments. That vast knowledge of a scholar who has gone deep into all Vedas and Shastras and yet has failed to develop devotion to Sri Krishna is fruitless. Even birds and animals devoid of wisdom could attain to Sri Krishna due to pure love for him alone. That learned pandits get illusioned as they are proud of their empty scholarship. Sri Krishna is easily attained by even an ignorant man as long as he has unswerving love for him. Dry arguments about the truths of the Shastras are a waste. There was a great scholar by name Keshava Bhatta. Due to the mercy of Devi Saraswati, he had learnt all the Shastras and was very proud of his knowledge. With his power to analyze all Shastras, he defeated easily many scholars in argument. Thus, he snatched away all their riches and became quite puffed up. He was honored by kings and emperors, received many titles, and was going around the earth with a large retinue of horses, elephants, and chariots. Once that proud scholar came to Navadvipa and challenged many scholars. He wanted to test them all in their knowledge of the Shastras. When he vociferously challenged the scholars, the latter, like a mouse before a cat, got frightened and remained mute. Then Keshava Bhatta happened to see Gaurhari seated on the banks of holy Ganga, surrounded by his disciples. He approached Gaurhari very proudly on his own volition. Gaurhari, along with his disciples, welcomed him very warmly and politely, saying Swagatam, meaning welcome. The scholar told Gauranga that he was interested in learning the import of Shastras from him. The discussion started. Keshava Bhatta was humbled very easily. Sri Gaurhari could achieve it as a child's play. Keshava Bhatta returned home with his head bent down in shame. Shame on my scholarship, shame on my fame, and shame on Devi Saraswati, who is the benefactress. For I, a learned and powerful man, have been defeated playfully by a very young boy today. Keshava Bhatta thought so. Keshava Bhatta was thus disturbed, and he went to bed very late that night. Devi Saraswati appeared in his dream and spoke in a sweet voice as follows. Sri Devi said, O Pandit, know Sri Gauranga to be Sri Krishna himself. Your wisdom and knowledge will be futile if you do not cultivate devotion to him. O Pandit, you seem to be a knowledgeable person. Why do you unnecessarily bear the yoke of vain knowledge of the Shastras? Take shelter in Sri Gauranga's presence and develop devotion to Sri Krishna. I shall now tell you the secret truth that is the very essence of the Vedas. Listen to me carefully. All those words which fail to speak the glory of the divine names of Sri Govinda are trivial. Sri Sadguru said. Having spoken thus, Devi Saraswati vanished. Keshava Bhatta was wonderstruck. Getting up early in the morning, he reached Gauranga in all humility. Looking at that great scholar approaching him with eyes full of tears, Mahaprabhu honored him, saying, Master, you are most welcome. Keshava Bhatta was excited over the cordial treatment given to him by Sri Gauranga. Then he started speaking very gently. Keshava Bhatta said, O repository of mercy, omnipotent Master, you are Sri Krishna himself. Please do not deceive me. Please lift me up from the ocean of illusion of false knowledge into which I have fallen. I was under the wrong impression that the glory of the divine names of Sri Krishna is a mere rhetoric and was proud of my learning. I have simply wasted my life so far. O Omniscient, tell me that which I have to achieve in life and what is the way to achieve it. Pray, tell me what this servant of yours should do further. Sri Sadguru continued. Listening to this entreaty of Keshava Bhatta, Sri Sachidanandan, the ocean of compassion, explained to him the essence of all Shastras in a very sweet tone. Sri Gauranga said, O Pandit, you are a leading sadhu. You know everything, yet you claim that you know nothing. Hence you put these questions to me, a young boy. O scholar, what is the use of unnecessary arguments and the consequent acquisition of fame? Yama, the invincible, takes away the life of the scholar too. One should always do Krishna Kirtan, fully knowing one's own fully knowing one's own faults and drawbacks, not thinking high of oneself and always respecting others. The best way to get darshan of Sri Krishna is developing devotion to him. Hence, give up everything and go to Sri Vrindavan. He who covets the wealth of detachment and dwells under a shady tree in Vrindavan is the most fortunate person in the world. Sri Sadguru said. Keshava Bhatta accepted this nectarine advice of Sri Gauranga Deva. Immediately he left for Sri Vrindavan. That Vaishnava was able to bind Sri Govinda with the cord of his Gopi Prem, loving devotion as that of the Gopis, and thus he could witness before his eyes on the shore of the Yamuna all the intimate loving pastimes of Sri Krishna. He was treading the forests on the shores of the Yamuna, all the time engaged in chanting the divine names and singing the glories of Lord Sri Krishna. Living simply on roots and fruits, he brought his mind under full control. Thus, his learning became fruitful, fully permeated by Krishna Bhakti. He spent his entire life in describing to others the glories of Sri Krishna endlessly. He who has attained perfection in Gopi Prem and had thus lost himself in Krishna Bhakti used to have the coveted darshan of Sri Krishna and Sri Radha daily on the banks of holy Yamuna. He who had attained perfection in Gopi Prem and had thus lost himself in Krishna Bhakti used to have the coveted darshan of Sri Krishna and Sri Radha daily on the banks of the holy Yamuna. This ends chapter 2 entitled Keshava Bhatta Charitam of book 4 of Shri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.